Hello, and welcome to Fortnite National News Network Nightly. Today, we will be looking at the latest and greatest in the Fortnite community with your host, Silas Bales.
And I'm Ryan Deitch.
First up, 50v50 V2. Now, this is a new LTM that is supposed to be coming out very soon for the Fortnite community. We had the original 50v50, one of the original limited time modes. Basically, there were two teams, 50 people each. Built crazy forts, a lot of fun. So this version 2 should be really interesting. I've done a little bit of research on it, and what we have is two battle buses, and the circle will form on the line, on the center line of the map. That way, it creates kind of a balance between the two teams so that they can loot and then meet up in the middle and fight each other.
Also, I'd like to add that this will significantly increase base building because, you actually know where the storm is going to be, so your team will likely, build a base somewhere near that line, and I think that's going to lead to some awesome gameplay, so really looking forward to that one. All right, and next up, guys, we have the guided missile nerf. Now, I was saying on last week's episode about how the guided missile is too overpowered, and Fortnite actually listened to the community. They made it 75% less maneuverable and 15% slower. So what this translates to is really, it's going to be easier to shoot down, and also you're going to be able to outbuild it. Previously, you could build, and then the guided missile would still be able to sneak under your buildings. You would literally have to be a speed builder to manage to outbuild this. But now, you can really just place a roof, a few walls, and you'll be safe. And, a little bit slower, so, if you have a good shot, you can probably shoot it down too. So I think that's a really nice decision on behalf of Epic Games to do that one.
Now, there is a glitch with the guided missile right now, so it's not actually in the game, and you're going to have to wait a bit to see how this new nerf plays out. But overall, I think this is a great play on Epic Games, nerfing an overpowered weapon.
Right, absolutely. All right. Next up, guys, replay mode. This is big for me. I play on PC, so for me on PC, I was never really able to record my gameplay just because recording software is on PC, will run you a few $100 or something like that. So having that replay mode is really critical for me because I can actually, go back to my previous games, get it from all sorts of views. Excuse me, there's a guy in this room right now. Okay, I was just hit. Can we get a few shots? Oh, that's a headshot. I'm going to go in. All right, sorry, excuse me, I have to reload.
So anyways, on replay mode, what we have here is a way for people who didn't have a previous option
Let's go, bud.
their Fortnite to be able to. It creates a nice, good gameplay environment, is what I'm thinking. And you can go back. There's a lot of different options you can do with the Fortnite community. You can make basically Fortnite movies now. We're going to cut to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back, guys. So lucky I got that kill. That guy just used a portal.
And welcome back from that commercial break. What you missed in the gameplay, not really much. Didn't get another kill. So anyways, we have, are there pay-to-win items? Now, people have been asking this for quite some time now. There are some skins that you can buy that allow you to blend in with the environment easier. Epic obviously isn't doing this on purpose, but some skins like the T-Rex or Codename Elf, a Christmas skin, allow you to blend in with bushes and trees more easily versus the Dark Explorer skin, which is basically just a moving target. And so Epic really needs to come out and maybe fix this situation. I don't think it's that big a deal, but it's definitely something worth thinking about. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I agree with you there. Definitely some skins can be a bit pay to win, a bit overpowered, whether it be with hiding or just... I don't think that they actually give you a bigger hitbox. I think it's more the blending in with your surroundings that comes out of this.
Yes.
So, yeah, I do agree with you there.
Okay, next up, Ryan, what do we have?
So we got Fortnite Mobile. Already grossed more money than Clash of Clans and Pokemon Go, guys. This is big. This really just shows how profitable, how lucrative Fortnite is, not just on PC and Xbox, but also on mobile. These Pokemon Go and Clash of Clans have been out for so long. Fortnite, not even a month. So this really shows just how popular it is, how much people are spending on it, which, in my opinion, is a bit excessive just with all the battle passes and everything, all just for cosmetic loot and things like that. So, but still, Epic is making a pretty hefty profit off of this. So as long as there's more money to be made in Fortnite, as we see here, I think they'll continue to update it and broaden the Fortnite community and the horizon, constantly pushing what Fortnite is able to accomplish.
And that's really what we're looking for here. We're just looking for Epic Games to provide constant updates and create a better playing environment. Next up, we have Fortnite's new PvE map. Save the World just recently released a new player versus environment map, and it's really interesting, actually. It's kind of like this arid desert, like, biome area, something you might see out of, like, a Cowboys and Aliens movie. Now, what we're thinking here is, could this tie into the new Tilted Towers removal? Because recently, Epic Games has changed their update days to Wednesday. And as we know, next Wednesday is April 18th, which is our speculated day for the removal of Tilted Towers.
Right. So we do see kind of a big correlation here. Whether or not that's just a coincidence, in my opinion, I think not, because they don't just randomly push their update days to align with 4.18. So yeah, when you're asking me, that certainly has something to do with it. And like Silas was saying, it's a big desert map. After a meteor, you might expect something like kind of a barren desert landscape. So I definitely think that this is going to somehow tie into it. Whether it be, there's a guy right there. Excuse me, folks.
Yeah, I think this could be interesting, how this plays out.
He is a Dark Voyager. And, okay, I'm sorry. I did just die.
Ryan just died. So, yeah, that's kind of a disappointment here. But we'll get into a new match real quick.
All right, and while Silas is queuing up for a new match, I'm actually going to bring you guys the tips and tricks from the Fortnite community. So first, Nathan Smith says, land different places and mix it up. All right, so Nathan Smith, I don't think I completely agree with you there, just because having a few good places that are really good to land is really important. Now, Silas, if you could hand me your phone, I need the rest of the tweets.
Okay. Here you go. There you go. All right. Tweets coming in from the studio.
And next up, Cole Pettyjohn says, get a good gun, throw lots of grenades, hide till the end, then win. Winning is always part of the strat. Okay, well, obviously, unless you're going for kills, that victory royale at the end of the game is going to, be what everyone is going for here, Cole. But, getting a good gun, that's really critical, especially in the early game. I cannot stress this enough. A lot of people will go for places that don't necessarily have good loot, but are kind of more secluded, and I really do not agree with that strategy, because the second you run into someone who went to a more crowded place, then they're going to have better weapons, and they're really going to have just an innate huge advantage over you. So I would highly recommend Cole's strategy here with getting a good guns and eventually going for that victory royale at the end of the game. All right, moving on, Rhodes Miller. Run tilted till you're good, then go tilted, retail, or pleasant, or lucky if you're feeling edgy. Okay, so I believe basically what Rhodes Miller is saying here is that if you want to go tilted, you go for the good loot there, but you also have options of retail, pleasant, or maybe lucky. So if you are feeling a bit edgy at the end, he adds, that might be for lucky landing, actually. So I do not actually recommend this strategy. I'm sorry, Rhodes, but just because of the situation with Tilted Towers, the strategy might, Silas just died. So as I was saying, the strategy might become outdated, maybe with the removal of Tilted Towers. Also, these places are very crowded, so I'd recommend going somewhere maybe like the Factory by Flush Factory instead, somewhere that still has very good loot but is not as crowded. Alright, so Manuel Vasquez, actually, his tip of the week is, when you enter a building, close the door behind you. he adds, quote, common sense, man. Not sure what that quote at the end means, but so I believe what he means by that is when you actually enter a building, you open the door, you like close it behind you.
Yes.
If that makes sense. So I think that this could actually go two ways. You open the door and you close it. Someone thinks that it's not looted, so they go in. Or if you leave the door open, they'll say, oh, it's looted. I don't need to go in there. So it depends. If you're a good player, you might want to keep the door open, and they'll say, oh, there's someone in there. And they might go in there, or, it really just depends, because they'll either see the open door and say, oh, it's been looted, I don't want to go in there, or say, oh, someone's in there, I want to go in there and kill them. So it really depends your skill over there. And then Cassie Weber, she adds, land, get kills, get dubs. I cannot stress this enough, folks. You obviously do want to land, that's kind of what we all do, and then getting kills, you pretty much do need at least one kill to get that victory royale at the end, and then getting the dubs, that's really what it comes down to out of this. All right, and then Patrick Shearer, Bush Camp OP, hashtag Fortnite Battle Royale. So I have seen a lot of bush campers in my day, in my experience with Fortnite Battle Royale, and they can be very sneaky. They're something you have to watch out for, definitely. They're always something that you have to be on the lookout, and while I do not think they're OP, I think that they can be rather frustrating at sometimes. So I see where Patrick is coming from there. All right, and that's all the tweets we have for today, guys. So
we're going to cut to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
All right. Silas in the midst of a firefight here in Tilted Towers. We're going to see how it goes.
Oh
my
we
gosh.
did die.
See, I think I'll be taking over from there. A more skilled player. We could definitely use that out of this. So, going to return to the lobby here. But guys, the Portafort, the new weapon. This Wednesday, the Portafort was added. I think it's terrible. I'll be honest with you guys. I'd rather take a boogie bomb over a Portafort, simply because I'm a skilled builder. I'm on PC. I can build things very effectively. Secondly, the metal starts off at its first building phase, so it's very easy to shoot down, and it's one by one. If you just shoot down the metal really quickly before it's fully built, then you can just destroy it like that. Also, you can build a one by one wooden thing with just stairs and walls faster than you can deploy the Portafort and get it fully built. So I just don't see how it really serves a good use. Maybe for people who are not skilled builders, but for anyone who knows how to, build semi-well, then I really do not see the use of this. What do you think, Silas?
See, I would have to disagree with you there. The Portafort, in my opinion, is overpowered. Now, I know when you place the Portafort down, it looks as if the metal is actually building, but from my experience with the Portafort weapon itself, it seems to have already have the full health bar for the metal. It just has to go through the building animation. That's why I think the Portafort does so much damage. Like, I was using the Portafort the other day, and this guy shot 3 RPGs at the metal, and it still didn't break. And honestly, having a fort that can tank 3 RPGs without having to repair it is good. It's really good. And then having that nice, rectangular kind of camping spot at the top with the tires at the bottom is nice. You get the full 360 view for any people coming nearby. Also, it's an instantaneous explosion, unlike the grenades or weapons that you throw like that. Now, the gameplay here, you do need a weapon at Ryan.
Okay, so I do have a common pistol. This is actually my favorite weapon in the game, guys. The common pistol. This is really my go-to weapon. That was, never mind. That was a light. I did think it was a chest there. All right, so we're going to go seek some action out here.
Anyways, the Portafort is definitely something you should check out. it's kind of split among the community. I think it's good. Obviously, our co-host here, Ryan, does not.
No, I'm afraid I do
but
not.
it's up to your opinion, really.
Yeah. So whatever, if you're like a skilled builder, like I said, I'd recommend just working on building it more effectively.
And okay, our last topic for the day: are meme strats viable strategies for the game? We've got the bush camp, the sky bridge, the meme pad, impulse grenade kills, and the boogie bomb. Just a couple of them. Bush camp. Let's start it off. It's annoying. And Ryan
I did
is
just
bad
get
at the
one
game.
shot.
It's
in the
okay,
head
John
by
Wick.
a John Wick.
It's
so
okay, it's John Wick.
It was a John Wick. So the second I saw that John Wick, I immediately, said to myself, "Good game. We'll do better next time." But all right, out of this, that's a John Wick.
Bush camping, it's kind of obvious when you're in a bush, but if someone's just walking by, they're not going to see you. It's kind of a troll, honestly. Like, the community looks down on you if you use the bush.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the sky bridge. Basically, this strategy entails getting a bunch of materials at the very beginning. Then, right as the storm comes in, you build a bridge, so you're barely outrunning the storm, and you're just sitting on the edge the whole time. Now, this is a viable strat. I would give it my thumbs up. But where's the fun in just sitting at the top and camping? Like, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have a lot of friends, Oliver H. Miller, DPS only, who really favor this strategy, and I always tell them, I'm not doing this unless we have a long-range weapon, and even then I really don't enjoy it. I just find it boring. And if you don't have a long-range weapon, or even grenades, then it's not like you're going to be able to get that kill. And also, a lot of people forget to actually build with the storm, and this is critical. People have seen this on YouTube, and they're looking up to the sky, and if they see that, they're just gonna shoot it down. So, exactly. I think it's very risky, and in my opinion, you're better off just conventionally going for that victory royale at the end of the game.
Yep, I agree. Next up, the meme pad, probably the most viable meme strat. If you don't know what the meme pad is, it's essentially what most people call the launch pad, because it does provide lots of memes.
Right, okay. And I've seen this used in conjunction with one of our other meme strats, the sky bridge. People will actually build this next to their sky bridge. They attach to their sky bridge. And if their sky bridge gets shot down, they simply jump on the jump pad, the meme pad, and they can, land safely. So it's kind of, it saves a lot of lives. And also, if you're in a firefight, you can jump on that. It makes a quick exit from your base. So it's also a pretty good offensive weapon out of this. So
yeah, I think overall, the meme pad is a good thing to have. Like,
right.
If you see, a scar and a porta fort.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
Okay. First of all, Sly Bales open to chest. Epic scar off the bat. Porta fort. Okay. Can we start playing like some God's Plan? Like, is that a thing? Production staff, can we play some God's Plan in the back? Because we really need it right now.
Okay, there's a guy in there. We're gonna go around the back, see if he's back there.
Ooh, this is some heated gameplay. Wow, that is some very lucky loot as well. Okay, guys, so next up is the impulse grenade. And you can get plenty of kills with this.
Yeah.
It's difficult to do, but it's very funny when you do. I have killed more teammates with the impulse grenade than enemies. So, personally, I don't know that it's that good. Unless you're very skilled with it. It kind of is a troll. And a bush.
Another one of the meme strats that we were talking about.
Maybe we can get some bush camping going on.
Yeah.
A bush camp and a porta fort. Ooh, that'd be very interesting. Guys, stick around for this. We'll see how this game turns out. So with the impulse grenade, I can't recommend carrying it. Just, again, the limited number of inventory slots. I think you may be better off carrying, I don't know, like, for example, a porta fort or a sniper or something like that, because unless you're even in, like, facing a squad where you can get, like, multiple kills at once when you're playing against, in squads where you can, multiple enemies, where you kill multiple enemies at once. I can't recommend it because, like I said, the inventory slots that it takes up, so.
Yeah, agreed. And last up, we have the boogie bomb. I don't understand why Epic put this into the actual game. Like, it serves no purpose for your opponents, like, trying to kill them.
There's another shield up there.
Ooh, but I hear a guy.
Okay, I would, get your scar out. watch for traps. He could definitely have placed a trap.
Ooh, an RPG, and there's a guy.
There's a guy. Kill him. Let's go.
Easy game, easy
Nice.
life.
Let's go.
That's what we like to see. And another purple scar on the ground.
And an RPG. You do not get luckier loot than this, guys.
Yes, this is a good game.
All right, so piggybacking off what Silas said, the Boogie Bomb, I can't recommend carrying it. I'd rather carry an Impulse Grenade over Boogie Bomb. Boogie Bomb is really like the lowest on my list of priorities.
Yes.
So.
But it really is just for just throwing at your teammates, like honestly.
All right, and that's it for this episode of Fortnite National News Network Nightly, guys. Be sure to join us next week. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.